guys doing? Welcome back to my channel, Peace In. Today I've been really talk to you guys heart to heart. I've been away to Florida. So I graduated college, got a full-time paid internship job. Yeah, my life changed a lot. I'm now in Fort Lauderdale, in between Fort Lauderdale and Miami. So a lot have changed and I've been long gone from YouTube. But just today, share a message about, struggling with the people liking you, thinking positively, and just really have a sense of self. How to accept yourself, just know that you're enough. On my IG, which is BCMBU. And a lot of people loved it, and I also share more into the topic on my Snapchat and my story, which is on Santi0214 here. And I got so many good feedback, and people said that I lift them up, like my message make them happy. So I wanted to share the same message to my other platforms, just YouTube. So what I wanted to talk about today is if you recently graduate from college, and even if you're not, and even if you're not in the same situations and you can relate, please listen. I think it could be really helpful for those of you who are going through some changes in your life, either a career or moving back to family, being away from your loved one, boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, or just having a hard time emotionally being happy or being stable, or you're low into self-esteem, or you just don't feel like you're enough. Well, I hope you can relate to this, and I hope that I helped you today. I moving to Florida right after school was, I don't want it to say it was a bad decision, but it was such a drastic change that I went through a lot. Emotionally, I was not stable for at least a couple months, and having a new job, and I always had a job, but it wasn't like one professionally job in my major per se. I always had like some sort of a part-time job to get me through school, so it was a different perspective and different things that I had to learn into my professional life, career-wise. So I dealt with a lot, and it really brought me down to the point that my self-esteem was low, because I was constantly being talked to. I was being pulled on a side from a manager who told me that she absolutely hate me, and even though I said sorry, she wouldn't take my apology. Even though I knew I wasn't doing anything, I was being polite to say that I apologize, which you should do. And then even though she didn't like me, and I knew that I didn't do anything, it makes me feel absolutely horrible about myself, and it kept me wondered, why did this person not like me, and what did I do? And a lot of that, I self-blamed myself for what happened, even though nothing really happened between her and I. It was just a couple of misunderstanding on her end, but I took it very hard upon myself, and then a couple other things like being away from my friends, and just my boyfriend, and being lonely, and coming back home with my parents and not having my own space, and so far to say that it was a tragic change that had me really change, and I'm glad to say it changed for the better. But But either way, I felt lonely and I felt like I wasn't enough. I felt like I needed my friend, I needed my boyfriend to help me feel better. I was dependent on other people, whether or not I should be happy. I look into confirmation so much, even at work, that constantly asking my manager if I was doing okay, if there anything else I could be doing, and give me more job and things like that. And 4 months into it, living that life, I learned that you really don't need anybody else. Yes, you do need people around you in a community, but when it comes to your own happiness and how you feel about yourself, either how you look, your work, or how you carry yourself, shouldn't matter what people say. And even with that lady, when she was yelling at me, I felt so horrible about myself, and I just could not understand how come this person did not like me. And it took me probably a couple weeks to still going to work and everything, and every time I looked at her, I would be really upset because I was so offended. It took me a couple weeks to realize that it was me who was at fault. Now you're probably wondering, like, you're not at fault. It was her. You're not at fault. No, you are at fault. Like, I was at fault to let her get to me. Like, why would you give this person that negative energy such power over you? Like, she doesn't pay my bills. They don't pay your bills. They don't pay your bills. So why that the words that they say to you, even though you know that it's not true, you know that's not you, you know deep down in your heart that whatever it is that's not true, then why did you let them have that much power over you to make you sad, to make you question yourself, to make you question your self-esteem, whether or not you're worth it, whether or not you should be at that job, whether or not you should quit, and mountains and mountains of questions of how worthy you are. Now, I want you to understand that the problem you have today will not be there 5 months later, even weeks later, or even bigger issues years later. So think about it and think, don't worry about the same thing, be positive, have that positive outlook. And if that person, if you're nice, you're doing everything that you needed to do, and that person's still not like you, they're the one who's missing out, not you, not anybody else. They're the one who's missing out. So I'm here to tell you that it's okay that they don't like you, and it's okay because they don't pay your bill by the end of the day. And they're not the one who hug you. They're not the one who make your food. They're not the one you come home to. So don't be sad. Whatever they're telling you, don't take it to heart if it's not true. And if it is true, take it with a grain of salt and maybe change the way you do things, If you walk into the door and you didn't knock and they're like, can you knock? I know they could set it in a better term. I know they could set it in a better way. But if they didn't, take what they say with an effect. Not their tone, not how you emotionally handle it. That's when you're taking it offensively, and don't do that. I know there's right and wrong, but a lot of time when you take everything too harsh, black and white, you're missing the gray in between. You know, don't take things too literally black and white. I think it helps life better that way. And honestly, when I realized that I am enough, I love myself, I love my family, I love my friends and boyfriends and loved ones, I will not be coming home crying, denying my worth, and talk to my friends, calling them at 2 a.m. because I could not sleep and could not stop crying, bothering them about my problem, when it really is what I need to realize, that I am enough. When you realize that you're enough, you will be able to let it go and not let these people get to you. Because only yourself know that you're a matter. You matters. You matters. A lot of words right here. You matter. When you know that you matter, whatever they say will not matter to you anymore. Because you don't need an acceptance from other people. You know deep down to yourself that you matter, and the people who love you matter, and the people who care for matters. When I realized that, I was able to let it go. I was no longer mad at this person. Whatever she say, she can say it. It's not going to get to me. Because I know that I'm worthy. I know that I'm enough. I don't need her approval. I don't need her to like me. And in fact, if I'm nice, I'm doing what I can, I'm doing my job, I'm enough. I deserve that job. You deserve that job. You deserve whatever it is that you work hard for. And if you know that you're enough and you are enough, and you realize that that person who doesn't like you, that person who did you wrong, they're the one who are wrong. They're the one who missing out. They're the one who need God and need more prayer in their life, not you. Okay? So don't be missing out on yourself. They're missing out on you, not you, and not yourself. So if you are down, please look at life in a positive way. Please, please, please. If this video and message helped you in any way, it would only makes me happier. That means I'm living my life right. Because when I know that I help other people out there, because I myself struggle with being who I am and who I should be, and whether I'm beautiful. And I believe every one of us have gone through that. Either you are an adult, you're a teenager, and even like your older self, much more later in life. Like I probably later on in life, I will watch this video too of myself saying all this stuff, because we are human beings. We have emotions, and emotions just mean that you go through a roller coaster, you go through up and down, and sometimes you need a little nudge and a little reminder and a little pick me up, and that's okay. It makes you human. It makes you who you are. So if you are a little emotional and this hits you home, cry. That's okay. Cry, it's good. Yeah, so another message that I also want to say is that when you stop worrying about what people think about you, when you start busy focusing on your goal, and I think it's good to have a goal, and once you have that goal and know where you want to go in life, focus on that. When you are so busy working on yourself and focus on your goals and know where you're going, you won't have time to see what other people talk about you. You know, to know what she say about you last Tuesday when you weren't at work, when you weren't there, you know, like you don't care. All of a sudden you just don't care anymore. Like there's not a worry in the world that matters to you except for the goal and the people that you love in your own community. And when you realize that you are in the right path and you meant to do whatever it is that you're doing, and you're on the right path to get there, either you're already there, good for you, I'm so happy for you, and if you're not there yet and you're on your way there, bravo, I'm so happy for you to take that step, because I am working on myself and I'm there, I'm in that step, I'm taking that path to be there, and just to wave to many people and all of you to be like, hi, I'm here, you know, get here, and like cheer you on your way. That's what this YouTube channel is all about. And when you're there and when you focus on that path that you're in, all of a sudden your universe change, your whole world around you. You know, like, have you ever experienced like, oh my gosh, you know, like I really want to have an office space to work, blah, 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 and all of a sudden all you see is an office space for rent, and it's for a cheap price too. And you know how that works? It's because the universe is listening to you. The universe listens to you. So if you are thinking positively and you are in your right path and you have that goal that you wanted to achieve, no matter what it is, the universe is listening. The universe will answer you. Now, if you are not doing any of that, if you were me a couple weeks ago, caring about what other think about me and worthy of myself, and you're letting all these negative energy into, you know, your own, and you're thinking negatively and you can't pick yourself up. And I want you to listen to this message and please hear it over and over again if you can, because the universe is listening to you. If you are being negative all the time, things are going to be happening to you bad, or if not bad, it's negatively all the time. And I know that happens to me when I don't feel good. I'm like, ugh, can I just get this day over with? Like, I just don't want to live anymore. And all of a sudden, like, my gas is going low, you know, and it's raining outside, and the McDonald lady is not being nice to me, and I don't know, anything that could goes wrong, you know, or the post office is late that day, I don't know, everything negative is coming to you. So what I mean today in this message is be positive. Know that you are enough. Know that the universe is listening to you. Like, yeah, that's all I want you to know. That you are enough. You are worthy. The universe is listening. Be positive. Be that change that you want to be. Be so busy in your own happiness that you don't need an acceptance of nobody else, and you're just so busy to care about the negative that is around you, you know. And that's a goal. That's five things that you need to do, and I think that's pretty easy to do. But you know what, I've come a long way and I'm still there. I'm a work in progress, and if you make a mistake and you need a day to be emotional and cry about it, that's okay. We are all a work in progress, and that's okay. That's okay too. You know, I just want to know that whatever it is that you're feeling is so human and it's okay and it's all normal. And if you need pick me up, just watch this video. Alright, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and just know that you are enough. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you have anything else you want me to talk about, and if I am going through the same thing, I'll be gladly love to make another video talking about it. Alright, bye. Talk to you guys soon.